Are you paying the freedom tax? The freedom tax is any inconvenience that it costs you to create a world that is more like the world that you want to have, right? So if you divest from Amazon, for instance, the divesting from the digital oligarchy is what I like to call it. I say that the freedom tax is what it costs you in inconvenience and possibly money or resources to source your things in other places. So for every vitamin and supplement that I took, I had to either go to the manufacturer or go to my local shops and say, hey, would you be willing to stock this for me? And that is the freedom tax, having to physically go to another place, maybe having to pay more. And listen, y'all, I'm actually finding that I thought that if we got rid of Amazon, that we'd have to pay a fortune in shipping, and people are giving more free shipping and making things really convenient because they want your business. I'm also finding that a lot of local stores are willing to price match, and they're willing to stock what you want because they really want your business, right? These big companies stopped caring about our business a long time ago because they're making so much money. So the freedom tax is what it's going to cost you in inconvenience to start to divest from these things while we still have our freedom, because see, this is the calculus that many of us are not doing. We're all just kind of hoping that things will be okay enough, long enough, and maybe we'll survive, and maybe the administration will end. Listen, the way that things are going, we could have to get really uncomfortable and lose a lot of freedoms that we currently have before the whole ship rights itself. So every time you divest your money from people and places that do not support our freedom, that do not support human equity, that do not support DEI, for instance, every time you do that, you take power away from them. We could literally bankrupt all of these massive corporations and these billionaires if we shopped local, shopped small, shopped with queer people, shopped with Black people, right? Shopped indigenous. If we kept it local, kept it small, we would be able to make such a hit on their wallets that they would have to listen to the restructuring that we want. They would have to protect our freedoms because collectively we have always had more power. We've just been numbed into complacency. We're just doom scrolling, and they've got our attention, and our attention isn't focused on what they're doing to dismantle our freedoms. The freedom tax is the inconvenience that it costs you to make a choice for your freedom. So yes, drive to 3 different stores to get your stuff because you can't go to Target and Walmart anymore. That's the freedom tax. Pay it while you can, while you still have your freedom. Yes, you might have to pay shipping, or you might have to wait a few extra days because you're not getting Amazon Prime, but you're ordering directly with the manufacturer. That's the freedom tax. Pay it now, because divesting from these oligarchs, divesting from the big box stores, divesting from the systems that are trying to actively oppress us is the best thing you can do to prevent losing any additional freedom. Pay your freedom tax. When you think of it that way, it doesn't hurt so much.